What does it cost to actually live in Kirkland? Everyone's talking about the photos of the waterfront, downtown, the restaurants, and the lake views make it look like the perfect Eastside suburb, right? But the real number surprises almost every family who starts looking here. And the schools tell a story, the price tag alone doesn't. If Kirkland is in your shortlist, you need a real picture before you fall in love with a view that you just can't yet afford. Stick around because I'm breaking down the waterfront lifestyle, the schools, the actual costs of living in Kirkland in 2026. You want to pay close attention. Hey, I'm Ravi with the Rams Group. We are Seattle and Eastside Realtors. If Kirkland is on your radar, book a free 20-minute consultation call using my Calendly link in the description below. I'll walk you through what fits your budget here so that you'll be fully informed. Let's get into it. Now, Kirkland comes up more than almost any other Eastside suburb when I talk to relocating families especially. And it's usually because of one photo of the waterfront that they fall in love with. Now, that photo doesn't specifically show the price tag, the commute, or which elementary school your kids would actually be zoned for. Now, I've had clients get 3 weeks into their search before realizing that the home that they loved wasn't even in the school boundary that they had initially assumed. Painful. Now, that's an expensive discovery to make late in the process, won't you agree? Yeah. So, today, I'm going to give you the real picture, the waterfront, schools, and the costs so that you can decide if Kirkland is actually right for you. There are 3 things that you have to know about living in Kirkland. Now, what the waterfront lifestyle is actually like day to day, how the schools stack up, and what it really costs to live here in 2026. Get all 3 and you'll know if Kirkland is your suburb or just a beautiful photo. Now let's go through all the 3 one by one. First, the waterfront lifestyle. Downtown Kirkland sits right on Lake Washington with beach parks, waterfront dining, and a walkable core that feels more like a small city than a suburb. Now you get boutique shopping, a Sunday farmers market, and lake access that most Eastside suburbs simply don't have. However, Totem Lake and Juanita Village add their own walkable pockets, and they're outside the downtown core, so lifestyle isn't limited to just one neighborhood, and each one has a slightly different feel and price point to it. Now, that lifestyle is totally real, and it's the reason people fall in love with Kirkland on their first visit. But it's more concentrated near downtown. So how close you actually live to the water matters more here than it almost does in any other suburb. Now, the further you get from the lake, the more Kirkland starts to feel like any other Eastside neighborhood. So that brings an end to the similarity. Second, schools. Let's look at how they stack up. The Kirkland suburb sits inside the Lake Washington school district boundary, one of the most consistently top-rated school districts on the entire Eastside. Now, families that move here are particular about that boundary, and it holds up well against Bellevue and Redmond, especially with stronger outcomes across elementary, middle, and high school levels in Kirkland. What surprises most people, though, is how much school assignment can shift block to block. 2 homes just sitting about 10 minutes apart, say, can land in very different elementary boundaries. I've painfully seen buyers assume a boundary based on the city name alone. Now, this is when they find out that their actually assigned school was on a completely different one. So my word of caution to you is never assume the school. Verify the exact boundary for any home that you're seriously considering in Kirkland. This is before you get attached to it. Then third is, what does it actually cost to live in Kirkland in 2026? Let's talk numbers. Here is the number that surprises many people. Kirkland's home prices sit close to Bellevue's, among the higher end on the east side, and that waterfront lifestyle carries a real premium. It's not just the purchase price either. Property taxes, homeowners insurance run higher near the water as well, something for you to be cognizant of. And homes close to downtown command a noticeably higher premium than those just a mile or 2 out. Even parking and everyday errands can feel more expensive in the downtown core compared to the quieter residential pockets nearby. So factor that into your monthly budget. It's not just about the mortgage, right? All these kind of add up. Also, budget for the neighborhood you actually want, not the Kirkland average, which is important. Now, this is because the range inside this one particular suburb is wider than many people expect. So, a word of caution to you. With those 3 things out of the way, is Kirkland right for you? Here is my honest answer. If the waterfront lifestyle is worth the premium to you, and the Lake Washington school districts matter more than saving on price, Kirkland is absolutely worth a serious look. The families who end up disappointed are the ones who budgeted for the average then fell in love with a home a block from the water, and they signed up for that price premium. So, if you want real numbers of the exact part of Kirkland you're considering, direct message me, text the word Kirkland right now, and I'll send you a breakdown of price by neighborhood, school boundaries, and what your budget actually gets you here. Also, feel free to share this with anyone you know who's fallen in love with Kirkland photos online, because they need to see the real numbers before they get too attached. Next, watch the top 5 Seattle Eastside suburbs for families in 2026, if you're still comparing Kirkland to the other suburbs. Also, you'll find all my contact information in the description below. Feel free to direct message me, text, or book a free 20-minute consultation call using the Calendly link. You'll just walk out of that meeting with so much information that you'll be glad you did. There's absolutely no obligation. Let's get you situated in Kirkland, shall we?